What is The Bear about? It's about a restaurant, right? Well, yeah, that is part of it, and also looking at the really delicious food that looks amazing. But I think what the show really is about resilience, family, connection, and just perseverance. Let's dive into season 3 of The Bear. If you haven't seen season 3 of The Bear, I would recommend you go back and watch that show before you come watch this video, because I may be touching on some spoiler things, and I don't want your experience with the show getting ruined by that. Are you still here? If you are, I assume that means that you did watch this season, or you just don't care about spoilers. Either way, let's start. I started watching The Bear after the hype had already taken over. Season 1 and 2 had already been finished, and I decided I was looking for something to watch, and I clicked on it, and right from the very beginning of the show, I was pulled in. One of the things that stood out to me immediately was all the yelling. It reminded me of Uncut Gems, just a lot of hectic chaos. There are so many swear words thrown around this show, but it isn't like an off-putting amount, and you do feel like you're seeing the inside of a real kitchen, although one that I would not want to work in because it looks way too stressful. This is another solid season of the show. I am happy to report that. Right from the very beginning, the season premiere, I was immediately just wowed by this. It was a very interesting episode because that episode was comprised of a lot of flashbacks. It filled in a lot of backstory and just went backwards and showed you some of the stuff. It was scored to the 9 Inch Nails, which I thought was really beautiful. It was a very haunting track. I actually have been listening to that track on repeat. I love it. Good job, 9 Inch Nails. But that episode was just so unique. It was very unexpected. You don't expect the season premiere of a TV show to go backwards and not move the story forward, and it was a very brave approach that I thought really paid off. It was very captivating. There are so many special moments in this season. It really is a very strong season. It's so moving and just very powerful. And also, I think this is one of the most authentic TV shows I have ever seen. It really feels like you are watching real people that you might know in your real life. It seems like someone just sat down with a camera and started recording the real lives of these people because they all just seem so authentic. And that is one of the strongest things about the show. It is so authentic. By now, we all know that The Bear likes to have really awesome celebrity cameos, and I'm happy to say that this season also has some very memorable and awesome cameos. We get Jamie Lee Curtis, we get John Cena, we get more of John Bernthal, Will Poulter, John Mulaney. That's just a handful of them. I'm not going to list them all, but I think that if you enjoyed the previous seasons and enjoy seeing a surprise face that you didn't know was coming, you're going to love this season. One of the most remarkable and authentic episodes of this season, in my opinion, was just a simple backstory of Tina and how she struggled to find a job and ended up finding the bear. This episode landed extra hard for me because I'm going through the same exact thing that Tina was in that episode. I'm currently job hunting and it's not going so great. It's been very stressful, very annoying, and I was really connecting to her character because she was going through all the same exact emotions, all the beats, the hopelessness, the feeling like nothing is going to work out for you, and then she ends up finding the bear, and that was just a very powerful episode. Liza Colón-Zayas does a fantastic job. I thought she was really awesome in this season. You know, she's been a great actress on all 3 seasons, but this was just a very powerful episode, and it gave her a chance to really stand out among the crowd, and she does a lot with it. Ebon Moss-Bachrach is another standout actor in this amazing cast. I can see bits of myself in Richie. He's that guy who really wants to do better. You can see a lot of pain in his eyes, but he's also oozing with hope. And can't we all say that we've all felt like Richie at some point? Most people have experienced up and downs. Even the billionaires and the millionaires of this world know what it's like to struggle, even though they don't struggle nearly like some of us do. Ebon is a fantastic actor, and he does such a great job, and I'm guessing it is the success and performances from this show that got him cast as the new Thing in the Fantastic Four movie, which I'm very much excited by, except for the fact that the Thing is entirely made of rock and he's CG, and I don't really want to lose this guy in the motion capture suit, so I'm hoping that we do get some flashbacks with him because he is too good of an actor to have constantly, hidden behind CG, but it is the Thing, so that is what I'm expecting. Ayo Edebiri playing Sydney. I am now a certified fan of this woman. She is a great actress. I love her. She is just awesome in the show. She has a lot of complex things going on. She really wants to do what's right by Carmi, but she also needs to look out for herself. And you can see so much confliction in her eyes and just her character. In the finale episode, she sits in the hallway and has a panic attack. And that was very relatable to me as well because I've had panic attacks. I know exactly what it feels like and I know what she's going through. It's just amazing how many things that can happen in the show that you can tie to your own personal life. That just goes to show you the care and attention that went into the writing on this show. Now let's dive into Carmi. He is the head chef at the Bear. For all intents and purposes, he is the main character of the show, although I would argue that he is not the most important character on the show. I'd say everybody is almost equally important. His character has a lot going on in this season. He is still continuing to be plagued with flashbacks and nightmares because of the trauma that he endured when he was a starting out chef. Joel McHale was the head chef that trained him, and he trained him by just being very degrading, very rude, very mean. He was just a horrible, horrible person, and that left an imprint on Carmy. I would actually say that his imprint was so permanent on Carmy that Carmy actually displays some of his qualities. He actually sort of became this guy, and that is the horrible thing about trauma and abuse, is that it can leave imprints on somebody that lasts the lifetime and just becomes a part of who they are. It can be a very permanent thing, and that's what I think is going on with Carmy. And in the finale episode, when he gets the chance to confront the chef, the way that he had these tears in his eyes, it was amazing. That was a fantastic scene, and it was something that I was also very much connecting with. This show is remarkable. This is yet again another fantastic season. I love so much about it. There are so many fantastic, memorable episodes that just pull you in. This is a show that I don't see getting boring anytime soon. The authenticity of it is what's really holding my interest. The acting, I would say I don't see any acting on this show. I am seeing real people being filmed, and that is how I'm choosing to see it. That's how real the show feels to me. For me, this season is a 10. It's just a testament to what you can do when you take your time and put your thought into the writing and the acting. You don't need to have a lot of big expositions and loud explosions and action for a show to be extremely moving. This show is doing all those things, and it's doing it with a fairly low budget, I would say. Now, that's my thoughts on this show. Did you guys see this season? What did you think of this season? Put your thoughts in the comments and let me know. Did you like this video? If you did, then you should hit the like button, and if you want to hear more of my opinions, then hit subscribe. Later.